Now, Iran has just been struck by the coronavirus outbreak and at the same time campaigning for the upcoming polls ended. The election comes at a time when the Islamic Republic is most vulnerable, both from the inside and from the outside. American sanctions have crippled the economy. Public anger against the regime has raged on unabated. Iranians will vote for the first time since Trump pulled out of the nuclear deal. Whether they turn out in big numbers or not will be a referendum in itself. More in our next report.
The week-long campaign has ended. It's now up to the people of Iran to decide in the vote on Friday. This parliamentary election of Iran is a litmus test of the people's faith in the state. It comes at a time when the sentiment against the regime is at its worst due to the confrontation with America, the economic hardship, and an airline tragedy. The people's confidence in Iran's leaders is battered. And that is set to pose the biggest problem for the authorities in this election. 4 years ago, things looked very different. Hassan Rouhani and his allies won big. Hopes were high that the 2015 nuclear deal would pull Iran out of political isolation. And more importantly, boost the economy. But now the vote to pick 290 lawmakers comes after the US pulled out of the deal. Since then, life has taken a turn for the worse. Sanctions have sent the economy on a swift downward spiral over the last 2 years. They cut off Iran's crude oil exports by more than 80%, and the standard of living has dipped. Protests exploded across the country in November last year against fuel price hikes. Those protests turned political, with demonstrators demanding a regime change. A crackdown by the Revolutionary Guards killed hundreds, while thousands of others were arrested. The regime also faced major flack for the poor handling of slain General Qasem Soleimani's funeral. The stampede killed over 50 people, and more than 200 were injured. The public is also livid over the accidental downing of the Ukrainian passenger plane last month. A tragedy that killed all 176 people on board, mainly Iranians. After days of denial, Tehran finally put the blame on the Revolutionary Guards. The people of Iran are exhausted by a string of crises, and they aren't spoiled for choice. Around 58 million Iranians are eligible to vote. The turnout in 2012 was 66%. In 2016, it reduced to 62%. And in 2020, it is expected to drop significantly. Nearly half of the candidates with moderate political views have been rejected. Ayatollah Khamenei has ensured that hardliners dominate the field. He is Iran's highest authority and has tried to drum up nationalistic sentiment to secure a strong turnout. But hashtag boycott Iran shame elections and hashtag vote no vote have been trending on social media. Whatever be the turnout, Iran's foreign policy or nuclear policy will remain the same. Because it will be Khamenei's loyalists who will be in parliament. Bureau Report, WION World is One.